Most dog owners love their dogs deeply. That part is not in question. But here's the question worth sitting with. Does your dog actually feel it? Because love expressed in the language your dog cannot read is not love received. It is just noise. And most of us, without realizing it, spend a significant amount of time expressing our love in ways that mean very little to the animal on the other end. We talk to them like humans. We hug them like humans. We interpret their needs through a human lens. And the dog, who is wired entirely differently, receives maybe a fraction of what we are trying to give. Today we are going to close that gap using behavioral science, attachment research, and canine psychology. We're going to talk about 7 ways dogs actually feel love. Not 7 things that feel loving to you. 7 things that register neurologically and emotionally as love to them. Let's get into it. 1. Slow down your arrivals and departures. The moments you leave and return are not neutral for your dog. We covered this in depth in the alone time video. But for the purpose of love languages, this is critical. Your dog's entire emotional day is anchored around 2 events, you leaving and you coming back. These are the highest stakes emotional moments in their daily cycle, and most owners rush through both of them. They leave in a hurry, distracted, tossing a quick goodbye over their shoulder. They return, check their phone, put down their bags, and acknowledge the dog somewhere in the middle of all of that. What your dog needs is for these transitions to be intentional. Not long, not dramatic, intentional. When you leave, calm, brief, the same way every time. A quiet word, a gentle touch, no escalating emotion. This signals safety, not abandonment. When you return, put everything else down first, get low, make eye contact. Give them 30 seconds of complete, undivided, unhurried attention before the rest of your re-entry routine begins. 30 seconds. That is all it takes to communicate. I came back and you are the first thing I am attending to. For a dog, that lands as profound reassurance. It is the daily renewal of the bond. 2. Let them lead on walks. Most walks are about getting from point A to point B. The owner has a route, a pace, a destination in mind. The dog is on leash, being moved through space at human speed, toward human goals. And that is fine. But it is not the walk that feeds your dog, psychologically. The walk that feeds your dog is the one where you let them sniff. This sounds almost too simple, but the research behind it is substantial. A 2019 study published in Applied Animal Behavior Science found that dogs who were allowed to sniff freely during walks showed significantly lower pessimistic bias, a behavioral marker of positive emotional state, than dogs walked at a brisk, structured pace. Sniffing is not a distraction from the walk. It is the point of the walk. A dog's olfactory system is estimated to be 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. The world they access through scent is incomparably richer than what they see. When you allow them to stop, investigate, process, and move on at their own pace, you are giving them full access to their primary sense. You are saying, your experience of this walk matters, not just mine. That is love in a language they understand completely. 3. Make eye contact. Deliberately. We touched on oxytocin research in the Final Days video, but it belongs here too because it is one of the most actionable findings in canine science. The 2015 study in Science by Nagasawa and colleagues showed that mutual gaze between dogs and their owners produces an oxytocin surge in both species, the same neurochemical loop that bonds human mothers to their infants, activated by simply looking at each other. Most owners make incidental eye contact with their dog, glancing while doing other things, looking at them while talking to someone else. What the research supports is deliberate eye contact, calm, soft, unhurried, getting on their level or letting them come to you and simply holding their gaze for a moment with relaxed facial muscles and a quiet energy, not a stare. A stare is a threat signal in canine communication. Soft eyes, slightly narrowed, the look you give someone you love and feel completely at ease with. Do this once a day, intentionally, outside of training or feeding or any task. Just connection for its own sake. Your dog's brain will respond to it biochemically. So will yours. 4. Use your voice as a tool. Dogs do not understand most of what we say, but they understand everything about how we say it. Research from Eötvös-Loránd University found that dogs process human speech in a way that is strikingly similar to humans, using the left hemisphere for word recognition and the right hemisphere for emotional tone. Critically, the reward center of the dog's brain activates most strongly when both the words and the tone are positive. Praise words delivered in a flat voice do not register the same way as praise words delivered with genuine warmth. Your voice is a physiological instrument for your dog. A warm, calm, slightly higher pitched tone, what researchers call dog-directed speech, measurably lowers heart rate and cortisol in dogs. It signals safety, affection, and positive regard. This does not mean you need to talk in a silly voice constantly. It means being deliberate about the emotional quality you bring to your voice when you speak to your dog, not performative, genuine. Say their name like it is something you love saying, because to them, the way you say their name is the emotional summary of everything they mean to you. 5. Learn what touch they actually want. Most owners assume their dog loves being hugged, held, and touched the way humans do. And many dogs tolerate this because they love their owners, not because the touch itself feels good. Canine body language research is consistent on this point. Hugging, full body wrap, arms around the neck or torso, is not a natural comfort signal for dogs. It is a restraint. Many dogs show subtle stress signals during hugs, lip licking, whale eye, head turning, tension in the body that their owners completely miss because they are busy hugging. This is not about never hugging your dog. It is about understanding that the touch your dog genuinely experiences as loving is usually not the touch that feels most loving to you. The touches that register as safe and pleasurable for most dogs are chest scratches, slow strokes along the back moving in the direction of the fur, gentle ear rubs at the base, and the quiet weight of a hand resting on them without pressure or motion. Watch your dog's body during touch. Do they lean in, soften, close their eyes? That is the touch they want. Do they shift, lick their lips, look away? That is the touch they are tolerating. Love in this context means learning the difference and choosing the one that is actually for them. 6. Train them. Not for obedience, for connection. Training is not just a behavioral tool. It is a relationship event. When you train your dog using positive reward-based methods, several things happen simultaneously. You are communicating clearly, which reduces their ambient uncertainty. You are providing mental stimulation, which is genuinely need-fulfilling for a cognitively capable animal. You are creating a shared language, a set of interactions that belong only to you and them. And you are demonstrating repeatedly that engagement with you produces good outcomes. Research on the human-animal bond consistently finds that dogs trained with positive reinforcement show stronger attachment behaviors toward their owners than untrained dogs or dogs trained with aversive methods. The training does not just teach the dog commands. It teaches them that you are safe, reliable, and worth orienting toward. Even 5 minutes a day, a few cues, some treat rewards, your full attention on them communicate something your dog feels deeply. You are worth learning for. You are worth working with. What we do together matters. That is love made into a daily practice. 7. Protect their sense of safety. This is the one most owners overlook entirely, and it may be the most important. Every other expression of love in this list depends on a foundation of safety. A dog that does not feel safe cannot receive love clearly. Their nervous system is too occupied with threat monitoring to register warmth. Protecting your dog's sense of safety means managing their environment thoughtfully. It means not forcing them into interactions with people, with other dogs, that they are telling you they do not want. It means reading and respecting their body language when they are uncomfortable, rather than overriding it. It means being predictable in your own emotional expression. Because a dog living with an unpredictable emotional environment is a dog in chronic low-grade stress, regardless of how much they are loved. Veterinary behaviorist Dr. Karen Overall frames it this way: the greatest gift you can give a dog is the certainty that you will not put them in a situation that overwhelms them without giving them a way out. A dog that trusts you not to do that is a dog that can relax fully in your presence, and a dog fully relaxed in your presence is a dog that feels, in the deepest sense available to them, completely loved.